Alright, happy Friday. I'm doing something a little different today. In the spirit of old YouTube, when YouTube used to allow video responses and people used to actually talk to each other, I'm going to answer my comments in video form. So here's my comment. Like, Creator Studio part of YouTube opened up. So here are a bunch of fresh comments that I haven't answered yet. So I'm going to go ahead and answer them in video form. And I'm going to mark them off by thumbing them up. And I'll give everyone a heart, even if I get a bad comment. Okay, so here we go. So I'm going to start from the top. And then you can see the video I'm responding to right here. So this first one's going to be Miguel versus Daniel. Who's a better student? And then you can see the boxes here. Hopefully. But I'll name them out anyway. I have my camera up on a soup can, so hopefully this shows up okay versus holding it. I'm normally holding it, so it's all over the place. Hopefully you're getting a steady picture. I'm not technologically sound. I have a flip-up phone like Johnny, so yeah, I'm not a techie. Okay, first comment. Iman Khan. Miguel is way better than Daniel. I agree. Jose PhD. I've been talking to this guy for like 8 years now. He's my homie. Hashtag Team Sensei Shredder. Remember the original Ninja Turtles movie? When you think about it, Shredder and Tatsu, they're two dudes in their 30s to 40s, and they're basically stealing radios and electronics. That's the plot. Kind of a goofy movie, but I love the original Ninja Turtles movie. Nothing wrong with an AC, but shitty food available to eat all you want at a gym. What the fuck is that crap? Team Quitter Danielson. He's referring to my reference on Planet Fitness. No, you shouldn't have a freaking AC in your gym. Planet Fitness top. There you go. Watch. I'll have the Planet Fitness box open. I got minor cold right now for some freaking reason, so excuse me. Okay, I'm going to keep this open. So he's referring to this Planet Fitness. It's a gym with AC if it wants to load. Let's let it load here. See, free food. It's like a snowflake gym. I'll show that a little later. Let it load up. Okay. Christy G, she is replying to my gender, identifying as a gender video here. If someone says, "Did you assume my gender?" my response is no, I stated your sex. Works with any and all the time. That's true, man. I mean, it's boy or girl. Nothing much more to it than that. There are three types of sex bodies: male, female, male, and the tiny smidgen that is intersexed. Yeah, sorry I have the sniffles, man, but, it's happy Friday. I'll make a video here. It's time for us to recognize that relationship between sex and gender is not arbitrary. It's only arbitrary for the 0.03% of people who suffer from psychiatric condition of gender dysphoria. Yeah, I mean, the whole transgender bathroom, this is my take on it. Yeah, it's like a very small percentage of the population is transgender. Now there's bathrooms like you could identify as whatever you want. I think Target does it, and I saw it at Five Guys, a gender-neutral bathroom. But here's the thing. I have nothing against transgender. If you look like Blair White, if you don't know who Blair White is, look her up. She could go to the female's bathroom, no problem. She looks like a girl. He looks like a girl, so that's no problem. But if you're just a dude wearing a dress and you're going into a girl's bathroom, you don't look like a girl. You're just a dude in a dress and you look like a pervert. But if you're transgender and you took the time to transition and you look like the sex you want to look like, then just go to whatever bathroom that, if you identify as female and you look like a female, no big deal. But yeah, if you're a dude in a dress with a fucking beard, you're freaking pervert. Season 2 should have a PC douche at Miguel's school, criticizing him for cultural appropriation since Miguel is a non-Okinawan person learning the secrets of Okinawan fighting from a non-Okinawan man. That's true. Why is Johnny doing karate? That's cultural appropriation for this stupid PC society. I like that idea. Then Miguel should slap the kid and tell him, if you learned karate too, you wouldn't have just gotten slapped. I like that. Cobra Kai needs to make fun of SJWs more. Liking that. I agree. Okay, let's go down here. Okay, is Planet Fitness ready? See?
And a piece of equipment available when you come in.
It's all state of the art.
This is a purple gym.
Express concept.
You can't drop weights. Oh, you can't, you know when you're lifting weights, if you ever lifted weights before, the key to getting better is going, like if you're doing 10 reps, but you could get 11, get 11, but sometimes you gotta go, to get that 11. You can't do that at Planet Fitness. They'll set off an alarm. There it is.
Alarm is unique to Planet Fitness and is a fun way to keep the lunks in check. What's a lunk? Well, it's hard to say, but you know one when you see one.
See?
But not at Planet
So basically, they don't want you to be super jacked at this gym.
The alarm is a tool that we use to help enforce the judgment-free zone and maintain.
See, this is an SJW Snowflake gym, judgment-free zone, but they don't like really jacked guys.
One day, I dropped the weights, the alarm goes off, everybody's looking at me. It's kind of a fun thing.
So they don't want you making loud sounds at this gym because it might scare people like this guy. So it's a very wussy gym that's air conditioned. So Jose PhD, no, gym should not be air conditioned. I like air conditioning a lot, but a gym should not be freaking comfortable. The whole point of a gym is you're working hard. Okay, Bucknoy Harabis. Haha, I hear you, man. And hey, same thing with Dre Parker, Jaden Smith too, with that pick up your jacket whining bullshit. I think this guy's referring to okay, this video is work ethic Daniel versus Miguel. I didn't see the Karate Kid reboot. I refuse to watch it. Sounds like it sucks. Gear 73. I was noting in the final fight, Johnny seems conflicted about Miguel fighting Robbie. He even tells Miguel there's no need to fight dirty. Yeah, it is his son, you know, but he does like Miguel. You know, Miguel helped him get his life back on track. So, you know, on one hand, here's my student who's always believed in me, and he never turned his back on me. And then my son, he's my son. I love my son, but we're having a conflict. Now my student is fighting my son. So. Okay, Miyagi is the best. Okay, this is Ninja Buddha. Miyagi is the best sensei. Thank you for showing that part. You're welcome. But your question is, who is a better sensei between Johnny or Daniel? Appreciate your video, but I think you missed out on Daniel's decision. Daniel challenged him on the log. He put him in a hard position and let him on his own in the woods. Daniel shows heart once again during the fight with Johnny and Chosen. Yeah, Daniel does win fights, you know, but the thing is, he always needs Miyagi. Miyagi is like almost like a security blanket to the guy. If you notice, every fight that Daniel has ever won, Miyagi had to be there encouraging him. He can't function without Mr. Miyagi. Even now, like, he's having his conflict with Johnny and he visits Miyagi's grave and he really needs Miyagi still. So, yes, during his fight with Mike Barnes, he didn't have an injury or love interest in danger to motivate him to find balance. Yeah, it's crazy what girls do for you, right? You find courage all of a sudden. Girls get you in trouble when you're a guy. And I don't say that in a bad way, it's just the facts. You did bring it up and show it. Daniel had found balance 2 times before when he put everything on the line. However, Miyagi knew Daniel didn't stand a chance against Mike Barnes and the second coming of Cobra Kai. Maybe you're right. Maybe that's why Miyagi was so against Daniel fighting Mike Barnes. Johnny's Cobra Kai is a little different since it's teaching pushovers how to not be afraid and push back. Unlike Kree's Cobra Kai, where it was shown that the cool guys get to push around the weak. Miyagi Karate is for defense only. He took upon training Dan to not let fear get in the way of his best. Where the hell am I? Sorry, I have the camera right in front of me. I'm trying to get around this. Okay, where the hell am I? To not let fear get in the way of his best balance with karate during a fight. Kreese was a good, proven sensei in the tournament, but not in all aspects of life like Miyagi Karate. Yeah, Kreese was a little crazy. Robbie had a complete 180 that usually doesn't happen. Miguel is the Daniel of the series, but under Cobra Kai techniques. Yeah, Miguel's a good dude. He was the bullied one, but it happened to be Johnny that teaches him, and not Mr. Miyagi. Of course, Miyagi's no longer around. It's like a alternate universe here. Robbie's dealing with his issues like a champ. Miguel at the end may have won the tournament, but he lost his girl just like Johnny. Yeah, Miguel did not win the girl. I was disappointed about that. I think a lot of people are because we've been invested in Miguel since episode 1, so we're rooting for Miguel. But he did lose the girl, and I hope I will elaborate on that topic more. This video is going longer than I thought. This is time consuming, but it's fun. I like it. I like talking to you guys. Blowing my nose here. Okay. Even Miyagi told Daniel he did great and didn't have to fight Johnny, but the balance was more important to him just by his injury. And Miyagi did his sorcery thing. Yeah, what he did is to fix Daniel's shoulder. The trophy wasn't worth the pain and injury, according to Daniel. Miguel did a dirty move for a trophy, or did you forget? I don't agree with that. Hawk was pretty douchey for kicking Robbie in the back, but Robbie's injured. It's fighting. Miguel pinpointed the weaknesses. If a boxer sees blood on another boxer's eye, he's going for that eye. If he sees an eye swollen, he's going for that. It's a fight game. But I appreciate your comment. I feel like getting OBS and using screen record with the mic input would help the quality of a video like this. Yeah, man, I got a flip up phone. I'm like Johnny, no technology. Yeah, he's talking about my analysis video here, but I appreciate the suggestion. Hey, if anyone knows of a screen recorder that's easy to use, let me know. I don't know how to. I'm not a technology guy. This is who was that? Dinzy Bag. Thank you for your comment. Johnny is a better sensei without question. If he can turn these scenes around, he can do it with anyone for that matter. And he's straight up in your face, telling it as it is in what to expect in the real world. Yeah, exactly. He's a real deal, man. I mean, he kicked the crap out of a bunch of assholes who deserved it. If I have a karate sensei, I want him to have those credentials. Like, okay, this guy teaching me, he knows his stuff. I mean, if you're in losing the words here. If you're gonna be a doctor, you want someone who could perform. If you're gonna be a plastic surgeon, you want to be taught by someone who actually knows how to do it. It's around 100. Daniel must have done something right because his student was a better fighter at the tournament than any, busted a caps lock, of Johnny's fighters. His fighter only lost because Cobra's cheated. Robbie was robbed. I disagree. Miguel would have beat him anyway. Miguel was just focused. That was his destiny to win this tournament. Okay, here we go again. It's around 100 again. Hey, king of shoot 'em ups, let's be fair about the loser mentality thing. If you were getting the crap beaten out of you by Mike Barnes, how fucking well do you think you would cope? I wouldn't get my ass kicked by Mike Barnes. I would send him to Suplex City. A person with 1/10 of the skill of Mike Barnes could probably kill you. Nah, Suplex City, Mike Barnes, and give him an F5. 1, 2, 3. WrestleMania 35. Book it. And you need to give him a pass on trying to end Robbie's fight. Robbie had a dislocated shoulder that kept him from getting more damage. Daniel was worried, with good reason, that if he hit in the shoulder again, there could be permanent damage. The kid is 16 years old, and he might have a messed up shoulder for the rest of his life. Busted a cap lock on my ass. Hope you feel better as around 100. Did you get that out of your system? Okay, good. Jaquin Flores. Johnny's karate style will do great in kickboxing and MMA. Probably kickboxing better than MMA. He needs to stand up would be really good, but Johnny needs to teach some takedowns. But in the real world, takedowns are probably not that good because someone could bust a knife and stab you. So you probably want to keep your distance. In a real fight, it's unpredictable. Daniel San Miyagi Do Karate. Okay. That's it. I think Sensei Lauren is the better sensei. Yep, I agree. Johnny is the best and a badass sensei. Hell yeah, Team Johnny. Damn, this is a long video. Hope you're enjoying it. Cole Asol. If you want to identify plants. Yeah, man. Fucking Johnny or Daniel and his nature hikes. A lot of people are all talk, no action like your friend. One probably isn't better than the other. However, there is a lot of good points about Johnny. Yeah, it's balanced. Oh, yeah. When he's referring to my friend, I was talking about how my friend was wanted to go on a fitness journey with me, and then he was just whining a lot like Daniel, like the gym was too hot, he doesn't do well in the heat, so that's what he's referring to. A lot of these comments are comments from my last video. Yeah, it's all, that's Daniel's teaching and Johnny's teaching both have their strong points. This is another topic I have in my head. Like everything in life, it's all about finding somewhere in the middle, not one extreme or another. Somewhere in the middle is always the answer. JB, in my opinion, I think Daniel had only had this mentality because of his trauma about what happened to him in the past. Such as when he fought Mike Barnes in the first two movies, Daniel didn't really have this type of mentality. Nah, he was... I mean, yeah, I guess he didn't flat out cry, but he was always a whiner. I think he only acted like this because of his personal experience with Cobra Kai. Yeah, I mean, he did, but you gotta remember, like, Cobra Kai's different now. Cobra Kai has Aisha in it, which is Sam's friend. Daniel knows Sam's friend, Aisha. Aisha's not a bad kid, so this is where he's judging Cobra Kai. It's like the current president. A lot of people hate the guy, but dude, my paycheck, because of the tax reform, is bigger. You can't deny that fact. So that's the best analogy I could give. Yeah, people may not like the current president. Johnny may not like, or Daniel may not like Johnny, but look at the good Johnny has done. But he's ignoring that. And then look at the good the president has done. We got bigger paychecks. So that's the best analogy I can give off the top of my head. Daniel does have flaws. We all do. And I do hope he gets better next season. Well, we'll see. We'll see what, we'll see how Miyagi Dojo does. It's interesting. It's going to be a clash of dojos, like an old kung fu movie. Okay. Savage Julian X Y Toady. Yes, Johnny is better because his teachings are more serious and it had an impact on the way they acted and how their personality. Yeah, you can see the change in the kids. It boosted their confidence a lot, and you know it's cool to see a kid like Bert, who's freaking 10 and he's like 4'9", stick with it and have the courage to compete. That's very heartwarming. Stretch, you'll be able to do this like me. I was talking about how I don't stretch in my last video, and I get some nagging injury every once in a while. Nothing bad, like some lame injury once a year. The man 316 316. Yeah, I clicked on his videos before. He does like the splits and shit, but that's cool, man. But I don't care about that stuff. I just like lifting weights. I like being strong. Like I want to be able to pick up a generator, without anyone's help. If I get a flat off-roading, I could pick up a big-ass tire. I like to be strong. Stretching's cool. I'm not going to do stretches to be all acrobatic, but I think I should start stretching for injury prevention. No name. Johnny is better. I will never forget the scene where Johnny carried Miguel back to his mother after he got injured. Johnny's kids are hard. Robbie is soft like Daniel. I slightly disagree. I think Robbie showed courage by not wanting to give up. Daniel was pushing him to quit. Robbie didn't want to quit. No name. Yup, Daniel's a prick sometimes. Your mentality is what makes a difference in an actual fight. If you have the right mentality, don't quit. Yeah, it's all about attitude. It's all about attitude. Joaquin Flores responding to that comment. I'm going to answer a few more. I didn't think this would be 25 minutes. If you like this kind of video, I may do it again. I didn't think it would take this long. The man 316. I think I'll stop here. This is a long comment, so let's see what he has. Alright. Well, just because you go to Planet Fitness doesn't mean you're a whiny little pussy, and if you don't have desire to lift heavy weights, that's okay, because being able to do that doesn't necessarily make you a good fighter, and no matter how much you can bench doesn't keep your jaw from breaking or someone from hyperextending your arm. That's a long sentence. I never implied that you need to lift a lot of weight to be a good fighter. I just called Planet Fitness a pussy-ass gym because it has air conditioning. They give out candy. It's a purple gym. You can't drop your weights. The weights go up to 60 pounds. Environment. It's not good environment. I don't want to be around a bunch of people who say if you lift too heavy, you're intimidating, and then they claim to be a judgment-free zone. I was never implying you need to be strong and lift a lot of weight to be a good fighter. I don't know how you got that idea, but if you got that idea, I'm correcting it now. I don't want to go to a snowflake gym. That's air conditioner. That has an air conditioner. Nah, man. Gyms are supposed to not be comfortable. You're supposed to be pushing yourself. My sensei actually told me a funny story once when he was driving and these guys almost ran him off the road. Apparently his car was extremely fast. He mentioned having expensive engine back in the day. He got pulled in front of him. He proceeded to grab one of the guys. Okay, so his sensei beat up some guys. Yeah, I'm not implying that you need to be strong, lift a lot of weight to be a good fighter. I just like to be strong. Planet Fitness is a wussy gym. If you're a kid watching this, you're a beginning lifter, yeah, go to Planet. If you can't dumbbell press 60 pounds, go to Planet Fitness until you could pick up 60 pounds and go somewhere else. Work out at home. It's better. You don't want toxic culture in your life. Planet Fitness is like a really toxic culture. Don't deal with that. Yeah, don't deal with that. Oh, and Planet Fitness also doesn't have a bench press. Doesn't have a deadlift. You can't do any of that. So, if you actually want to get bigger, you're not going to get bigger at Planet Fitness. It's a good beginner gym. Like your first 3 months, it's a decent gym. But then you have to deal with the fucktards who are special snowflakes. Okay, let me, I remember playing the Karate Kid and my mom actually beat me in versus mode. Right on, man. All moms should play video games with their kids. I'll answer, okay, I'm at the point where, I've already answered some comments. From your analysis, the problem with, one more thumbs up. This is the last one. And I might do this again. If you guys want me to do this again, I'll do this again. From your analysis, the problem with Daniel is that he doesn't like chances and is quick to judgment and on any given situation without thinking things through. Yeah, he's quick to judgment about Johnny. He had bad experience with Cobra Kai, and he can't see the good in Johnny. Like I said, it's kind of like how people can't see the good in our current president. Hey, man, I like my bigger paychecks, don't you like your bigger paychecks? And then in Daniel's case, don't you like how Johnny took in Aisha, a kid that's being bullied, a kid you've known for a long, long time since she's Sam's childhood friend. Reading this comment, Daniel's wife is. I did laugh. I laughed when Johnny and Daniel were gonna fight each other, and she was like, as much as I would like to see two karate rivals from high school like duke it out. So she's kind of making fun of them for being middle-aged, and they're about to do some karate. So this show does make fun of itself, which I really like. Like I've said in my other videos, yeah, I'm critical on Daniel. He has some really bad personality flaws. We all do, but he has flaws that I don't like to be around personally, like the quitter mentality. That's not cool. But we'll see how he progresses with his own dojo. Maybe this will help Daniel out in his life, because he's obviously fighting some demons still. He misses Miyagi, which he should, but he still relies on Mr. Miyagi a little too much. So it's time for Daniel to start. It's time for him to start being his own person. All right, freaking almost 30 minutes. Let's see how this video does. This is like a pilot video. See if you guys actually watch this.